The draft.
Why do you exercise when you could draft?
Oh wow, number 7. We're gonna start pretty quick.
Oh yeah, right on it. All right,
Single elimination once again.
we're gonna try to focus in.
Triple MRD, which I had never heard it called MRD before.
The MRD. We're gonna try
It's
to
actually cut off on the screen there.
What is?
The MRD.
Oh yeah, sure.
That doesn't matter.
No. We're going to try to see if we can play a little bit more of a focus deck. I think one of the things is we didn't really know what to pick going in, and we're not perfect yet. Obviously, we're not masters of the format. But wait.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm just trying to pull up.
Oh, trying to pull out what's worth money. Oblivion Stone, Glimmer Void.
Okay, here we go. So, picks that I think are worth.
I think Luxodon Warhammer is far and above everything else.
Well, Luxon Warhammer and Spike Shot Goblin.
Ooh, does damage equal to power target creature or player?
They're about equally hard to remove. I want to pick the Warhammer just because it leaves us open, but I would be happy to take...
Look at the Sky Hunter that we hope wheels.
I'd be happy with the Luxon Warhammer, Living Hive, which I don't think will wheel, and I don't think is that good. Dross Prowler, which Fear is actually not that great in this set.
Nope, not too great.
Goblin Striker. First Strike is very good with equipments.
Yep.
Pirate Spellbomb. Sky Hunter Cub. Spike Shot
So the Sky Hunter is my next pick from this pack. Probably won't make it back around, but we're going to try to go deep on those.
So I think I would go Warhammer, Spike Shot, Pirate Spellbomb, Sky Hunter.
Well, so the Sky, the ones that get pluses when equipped did so well for us last game.
They did, but
this one actually gets flying.
But we had the best equipment for the white cards.
And we may get it.
I think Luxon Warhammer's a better overall equipment, but if you had the cheap deck, you would rather have 3 Warhammers just because they're easier to get down. All right, what do we got here? Second Luxon Warhammer.
That would be crazy. Not see anything crazy. What does Fate Spinner do? Draw, step, main phase, player skips. Oh, so that's pretty good if we're thinking about blue. That's a very powerful blue card. They skip 1 phase every turn.
They either skip main phase, draw phase, combat phase. It's okay, but it's hard to play the double blue.
Well, so I think this early though, if we take it and stick with it, it'd be great. And there's the awesome thing that, we don't necessarily have to play it, but if we do play it,
if I'm gonna play blue card, I want to play New York Spy. It's just unblockable.
It's far less powerful though.
You'd also only cost a single blue.
That's true. But do you want to play against either one of those cards?
Well, the thing about Fate Spinner is it's fine if your opponent's behind, but if they're ahead and they're beating you down, they just skip their draw phase until they run out of cards. If they need to play cards, they skip their attack phase until they draw and play main phase.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's not as great in draft.
So I think I'm going to go with...
You convinced me. This card is probably better.
We can play Grid Monitor.
The clockwork thing, is that one any good? The first strike one's okay.
So I'm between Goblin Replica and Sky Hunter Patrol, and I think Goblin Replica is just better because destroying an artifact is the most relevant ability.
That's true. It is a very relevant ability.
But we could take the Sky Hunter Patrol and just be like this blue-white deck that just beats down with stuff.
We can do either one. There's nothing to lean us either way at this point.
We can gain 10 life, which is not very good.
Let's not do that one.
Destroying an artifact, land, or enchantment is worth the mana.
Wow, all of these cards seem pretty weak.
I'm fine picking Leonine Scimitar, but it's only really good if we end up with that white deck. I think that's a weak effect otherwise. So I think I'd rather have the Creeping Mold in case green turns to be open, because these are 3 good green cards.
Alright, yeah. Let's add to that one. Add to picks.
Alright, so we did choose correctly in green. We got rewarded. Now, this is a good pack.
There's 2 mirrors, too.
There's 2 mirrors and a Leon Dingard.
Ooh, let's take the Dingard over that.
Well, this pack was stacked. Now, we can't just beat this green deck to kill
if we take that Dingard in our first pack wheels the thing, that puts us solidly in that.
So you're excited about being sort of this white-based one.
Well, so we've already got one good green card, so we could theoretically go white-green as well, but the Dingard is far more powerful than anything in this pack.
Deconstruct is unconditional removal, but we'll try this out and see where it goes for us. So we've got a good blue card, a good green card, a good red card, a white card. We have one good card in each color.
Yeah.
And a Warhammer. So I do not mind playing any of these cards. We just need to figure out what's open and get started with that. All right.
So
for me, it's Blinding Beam or Leaden Mirror.
or the Scimitar. Probably Leaden Mirror. Blinding Beam seemed okay, not great. So I would rather go with
What does
the...
Flayed M do? What deals damage to them? Okay, that's not worth playing.
No, that's not good.
No, for me,
so I think the Mirror is probably better than the Scimitar. We'll probably get another.
You think it's better than Blinding Beam?
I think it is.
Okay. Now we have 5 different colors.
Well, we don't have to play.
No, we don't. We have a lot of options right now. I'm not sure which direction we go in.
Well, so those are only the first few picks, too.
And
so.
the fact of the matter is we can run all of these cards except for one of these colored cards and be happy. Like, if we're blue-white, or blue-green, or green-white, or any of those comes, okay. Hum of the Radix is actually not as good as you'd hope it would be. Now, we get to choose here. Sky Hunter Patrol, this isn't the one that will, or Narok Spy.
So I like... That's a tough one. So we could try the blue-white thing again. We could try the blue-white thing this time. And if we're trying the blue-white thing, I like the Spy.
Okay, I like the Spy too.
But if we're trying to go white and green, I like the Patrol. But we should pick as early as possible.
We don't know what's going to will.
No. So let's take the Spy because it is often unblockable. And then this one would have been the pack with the other.
Okay,
limited.
we take the Narok Familiar and we just start trying to pick up artifacts now.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to blue and artifacts.
Well, we can go...
And we'll
we
probably
go green or white.
Yeah.
Well, we can go either way.
So I don't believe we're getting any Leonin guys in this pack.
It's okay. We don't know where we're at, really. We may or may not run green. We may or may not splash red or black or whatever. Sky Hunter Club.
Wow. Oh, was I mistaken about the pack? Okay.
There's another one there. Okay, so we might just do blue-white again, which is fine. We can hopefully run the Goblin Replica off of some sort of like Red Mirror or something. I would be excited to have that in my deck. Even if I can't activate it very easily. 3 for a 2/2 is great. And your opponent has to respect it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have to think you're going to have red mana. So, I would rather not run a vanilla 3 mana 2/2. But if I'm going to run one, it's going to be the one that kills artifacts.
Yep, definitely. I'm okay with the one that does damage to attacking and blocking creatures, the white one. That one's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a 1/3. But yeah. Alright, so we need to really focus on cheap equipment now.
Yeah, we need to focus on cheap equipment. We need to focus on cheap creatures.
Yeah. Now, I'm still happy playing everything here. There's still...
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably cut green. We don't know.
This is really taking a long time at the 0 mark.
Yeah, I hope we haven't dropped the internet. If we've dropped the internet, this is real bad.
Let's see.
Nope, we have not dropped the internet.
The internet's working. Sometimes it lags over on this side or something. Let's see. Is it working over here?
Huh. This is exceptionally weird.
Oh, there we go.
And we didn't need any picks that we didn't know about, so it just lagged. I like the Alpha Mirror.
To me, it's either Alpha Mirror.
I mean, the Machete Golem is okay, but I'd rather have the Alpha Mirror.
I might take the Farsight Mask. I actually kind of like having one of these against the other guys. The first one kind of lets you draw a lot of cards. And I don't feel like I'm missing too much. If that card's good, I'm not sure if it is or yet.
So the Regenerate Target Artifact is pretty good. It's pretty expensive. What about the Trample? Is that worth it?
No.
Okay. What about the Forge? I'm not going to take the Forager. Nah.
I'd rather have this. Let's put our sideboard because I'd rather not play main board. Okay, so I'm excited about... we can either do this to make a bunch of mana, or we can...
What about Dream's Grip and not worry about green now?
Dream's Grip's just not playable. We should take one of these green cards.
Okay.
I'd rather take the more high power one.
Okay.
In case we end up sideboarding and having green good cards like that is exciting. Like this one.
What about Welding Jar? Is Welding
No.
Jar worth it?
It's not, and neither is Seething Song.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some cards in sideboard.
I mean, we did pretty good to get... so that's alright.
Nah, probably not playing it. We don't have that many cards. We only have 8.
Yeah, I mean, 8 out of 15, though. It's not bad.
Yeah. We really need to pick up...
We need to get all the Leonin guys.
Yeah.
All the knights, basically, in the set.
Our curve is nice and low.
That's a very nice curve.
I like that we don't have to prioritize lands. Quicksilver Elemental.
I don't know what that does.
It gains all activated abilities of a creature. You may spend blue mana any color to use its abilities. That's powerful. Talisman is powerful.
What's the last card on the thing that we can't see?
Ocean Soldier is fine.
I actually like the Soldier. Do you think we should go with the Scimitar at this point? Or you think we should hold out for a better equipment? Because we're kind of building the equipment deck without the equipment at this point.
The equipment, there's plenty of common equipment. To me, I'm either
Quicksilver, Elemental, the Mirror.
To me, it's the Talisman or the Mirror. I think I'd rather have the Talisman. It lets us splash black if we want to. It adds blue mana, and it's an artifact that doesn't die, and it ramps out stuff if we need that. They're very powerful, and they're onboard artifacts that are mostly unremovable.
So I like the Elemental better, I think, just because it's a 3/4 for 5. We'll probably never use the abilities, right?
No, and I don't see that many abilities that are that good that are activated.
No.
So let's go ahead and try the Talisman. I've heard good things about it. Okay, so Cathodian.
Cathodian is good. Fire Shrieker might be better for our deck.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Fire Shrieker's not that good.
You don't think Double Strike on any of our guys would be worth it?
No, it's very expensive. It's actually just not a good enough effect on most creatures. Cathodian is a 3/3 for 3. There's other text on it, but it's a 3/3 for 3. You might have noticed that all the other cards are very bad compared to.
They are very good. Could you scoot it down just a little bit so we can look at the rest of the cards?
Oh, the rest of these. All right,
so Shadow would be great, but we're trying not to be that color. The Wizard Replica is okay.
Cards we take on the wheel. I will take a Fire Shrieker. I will consider Nim Shrieker and Woebearer. If we get a little bit more, we have the Ledmer and the Talisman.
I'm a little worried that we haven't got our second equipment and we're getting on into the second pack here.
We're going to start
now,
picking
the Soldier I would like on the wheel as well.
Alright, so Arcslogger is basically one of the best red cards ever, and we're having to pass. It makes me sad. It's basically 3 free shocks.
So I think Titanium Golem is pretty good. When an equipped creature does combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards if you do discard a card. Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah, I like it better than the tree. Yeah. I don't think there's these... Serum Tank is fine if we're slow, but this isn't one I'd like to play, main board, but I will consider it. And we do have the 2 Nurok Spies and the Skyhunter Club.
And the Dengard. We have a lot.
It's evasive guys.
Oh, I thought you meant...
Yeah, the ability
triggers. Equipment.
Yeah, this is a great card if the ability triggers pretty frequently. So we'll go ahead and put this on our main board. Not excited about it. Wish we were seeing all those bone splinters.
Yeah. Gate to Ether doesn't seem like a good card for draft.
I like a Null. I like Nim Replica. I like Ocean Soldier. I don't mind the Clockwork Condor.
Let's see. Clockwork Condor gets 3/1/1 counters, and it doesn't have any way of building like that other guy does.
No.
I think the Soldier is probably the best. Keeps our curve low.
You like it better than the Nim Replica?
There's just so many 1 toughness creatures.
Okay.
That I like it better. So I think that is definitely the pick, but I would also be willing to go with the Gauntlets on this one.
I'd be willing to go with the Coppermer over the Gauntlets.
Okay, so do you think Thoughtcast is our best one?
It is the pick. I think it's Thoughtcast, Coppermer, Gauntlets, Nim Replica, green cards. Green is very open, by the way. Wait, let's go and take our Thoughtcast. All right. Good news. We got one of the best cards in the set.
Crystal Shard is pretty good. The affinity for artifacts flying guy's okay.
So here's how Crystal Shard plays out. I play Crystal Shard with the mana open. It's Brad's turn. He has mana open. He's okay. He passes it to his turn. He has a 6-drop in hand, and he has 7 mana out. He can't cast it.
Well, he can cast it.
But it's going back to his hand, because I can pay 1, make him tap his mana, then my turn, pay, make him send it back to his hand. It is one of the most brutal, unfun, unfair cards to play against ever.
Now, I hope we get Hover Sail on the wheel. That foil Ether Spellbomb would look way better in person, as opposed to on the computer. Omega Mirror seems pretty good out of this one. So what about one of these? What about this Battle Horns or this Longbow? I think the Longbow was pretty good last game. Or last tournament that we played in.
It's alright. I kind of like Ancient Nim. We have 1,
You're like, what now?
We only have 2 cards that care about Ancient Din, though. This is a late Ancient Din. It would be a good time to pick it up, or an Omega Mirror, but maybe...
So I think a longbow is better.
I think you're right. And we're not going to play it in the main board if we
Unless
can't
we
afford
have to,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
I like the Soldier. I like the Mirror. I think the Mirror's better in this case.
I agree.
All
right. Blinding Beam, easily.
So I like the Soldier better because I wasn't impressed by Binding Beam, but I do agree that we probably should take the first one.
We just didn't have an opportunity to really use it well, and there's another Soldier.
Yeah. They're coming around pretty late.
We could take Woebearer.
We're not going to play it.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we will play the Soldier, though. We need some more cheap equipment.
At this point, I am excited about getting a pair of the gauntlets because we have 2 Soldiers and the Leonine Dingard.
Yep. It might come back around, but if it doesn't, we'll probably get one out of the third.
Well, it's very bad outside of the Vigilance creatures. It's very expensive to keep it moving.
And we might get another Soldier. We've passed a few.
And we have a pack left, and we're almost done with our deck, and I like how cheap our deck is. Like, this is a 16-land deck.
Yeah, and we've also got 11 creatures already.
And we have 2 equipments that we can play that I don't consider optimal.
Yeah, I agree with that. And right now, we would have to actually put them in. Because we need the equipments, or we're just not going to have anything.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
Yeah, they don't even do anything.
So we can take Tree of Tales or Serum Visions. This draws us cards very slowly. This gives us access to green.
Let's just take Tree of Tales. I don't think we'll play it. Maybe in the sideboard. Probably want the Flyer.
Yeah. We can actually put the Flyer in the main board.
Yeah, it's not great, but we'll probably get it eventually.
Well, it is a card I like if we are running Slagwork Armor. It eventually becomes a 0/6 Flyer that blocks. We'll take this in case we end up running green.
Yeah. I'm not liking how we haven't got any equipment yet, and we're going in the third pack. Well, hadn't got enough equipment.
We only need 2 more pieces, and we can pick up 2 fairly high should we need to.
And I think we'll be doing that.
Yeah, I could easily see us
I hope we get Bone Splinters.
Bone Splitter.
Splinter, not Splinters. Yeah.
I hope we get Luxed Warhammer.
Again?
Yeah.
I would settle for both. I would settle for either.
The fact of the matter is that the Luxed Warhammer basically means we can just run terrible creatures and be like, kill this!
And now it's great.
Kill this! And if we're losing a race, we just turn our 1/1s into gain 4 life.
Yeah, that's a little rough, though.
Yeah, we don't want to be there.
I think we actually want some more cheap white creatures as well.
We need more creatures. We only have 13. Okay, so I will take the Slith Ascendant.
The Slith is the best that I'm seeing right now. There's one more card we can't see.
That's
Don't need
important.
to see that.
Okay. So
now,
Battle
Gear
is not that good. It's very expensive.
It's not good. However, it is a crappy Luxon Warhammer.
Okay, we need creatures, and we need equipment, and I would rather take a good creature than a bad equipment. So,
yes.
Do we want to take Goldmere or Slith Ascendant?
The Ascendant, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a Den Guard.
You enchant artifact creature. You control enchanted artifact creature.
The Den Guard's better, I think.
I think you're right. Wow.
The Den Guard's better. We need the equipment though. So on the
that was really
we gotta take equipment. Like it's just not coming to us.
All right. Well, we'll take any equipment that has had power.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even take the flying one that we just passed.
I want the 1/1 or Bone Splinters.
I want the 1/1 of the Bone Splinters. I'm gonna be real sad if we don't get one, because our deck is real bad without some equipment.
Well, we only have 3 cards that care about the equipment a lot.
Yes, but the spies become better with equipment. The
whole deck does.
I mean, the whole deck.
Oh, we have the Mask of Memory. We've got 2 equipment.
What's the mask? Oh, okay. So the mask is pretty good. We've got 2 decent equipment. Well, we've got 1 really good equipment and a decent equipment. Is that a needs equipment guy?
No, that's a bad card. I'm just reading it. I think we take Ironmer. Just a creature.
I think you're right. We might.
No. Let's take Altar's Light. Instant speed. Exile an artifact sounds awesome.
All right. What does the Golem do?
It does stuff we don't care about.
But it's a 4/4. It's a 1/4. Oh, okay.
Let's take removal.
Yeah,
it's our first removal spell.
We definitely take removal. I was just wondering what it does for the wheel.
Wow, it's a 4-mana 1/4 for us that we can pump maybe once with our Ironmer. Okay, so we have probably enough creatures. We really do need an artifact, though.
We do need a couple of equipment.
Just one. We have 2 good ones.
We really need 2 more, I think.
You want to run 4? That seems like a lot.
Only if they give power.
All right.
The affinity for artifacts is really good in our deck. The battle horns is okay. It's not great.
We're not splashing for brutal refresh, but that's awesome.
So there's another familiar.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the familiar.
But I think we ought to take the battle horns because we'd rather run the battle horns.
No, I would just rather run longbow than the battle horns.
Okay, you'd rather run the longbow. Well, then in that case, I think we take the affinity guy. Look how many artifacts we have. He's only a 2/2 though.
No, I just rather have a 1/1 that can get us a card.
Okay. Well, also he flies, so we can put stuff on him.
Yeah, I mean he's just great. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that are actively awesome with equipment.
Yeah.
And then 2 soldiers.
But we still need another piece of equipment, and we might have gone through all the packs at this point. Or we're close. We're not through all the packs yet.
Yeah, I was hoping another pair of gauntlets would come around because they go so late. And at the time
maybe someone else is trying this deck, and they got the good equipment and other good creatures. But this is some weird lag right here. Not seeing any equipment in this pack.
Okay, I'm going to take my annul here.
The annul's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to put that in the sideboard. We have a full deck. We're just looking for equipment to replace other things. The things I'm willing to take out, I don't mind Talisman of Dominance, but I don't think it's great.
I don't think we need it either.
Because we didn't get affinity and we didn't get expensive cards. Let's sort this by cost to make sure I'm not wrong. Right, yeah. See, this would be really good if we had just a couple more expensive cards. Or a couple more cards with affinity.
Yep.
I don't feel bad about that pick.
So I don't think any equipment's coming around. Raise the Alarm's not terrible. What's this thing? Put a 1/1 counter on him. Can't attack or block unless you pay 1 for each 1/1 counter on it. That's not bad.
I'd rather probably just have Raise the Alarm. Make 2 1/1s.
So we don't have anything that's big. So we probably should take the one guy.
Okay, if we don't run anything big, we can run like 15 lanes.
Okay, let's take a mirror Raise the Alarm then.
I'd rather take my first Raise the Alarm.
Okay.
Well, with the 2 familiars... Yeah. I'd rather have Raise the Alarm. I shouldn't make bad picks. Okay, do we have...
no equipment. Again. Let's look at the cards.
So there's Ostrike, which I'm not willing to play. Regress and Titanium Golem and the Slith Strider. Whenever it becomes blocked, you draw a card.
And when it does combat damage... these are just slits. Okay.
Yeah. You like that? Or would you rather have the 5 mana 3? I'd rather have the cheaper card.
I'd rather have the cheaper card. I don't think we're getting any more equipment, are we? There's another longbow and another battle horns.
Yeah, we don't really want either of those. We already have that. I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna take the Goblin Wagon. Wait, is Spellweaver Helix worth anything? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm either on the Rustboar Ram or the Wagon. Wagon's a 3/3. This one destroys someone's equipment. It's a good sideboard card. I'd rather have the sideboard card. We're not playing any of the cards, maybe.
Okay.
So we might just have to run one subpar equipment.
Yeah.
Which, the real unfortunate part is the equip cost is so high.
Yeah.
That's the problem for the deck more than anything else. The Elf Replica.
Elf Replica's fine.
Well, hey, we have a full deck. So is there sideboard for any of these cards?
I mean, the Golden Jar regenerates a lot of our stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could run the Forager and end up dropping blue for a slower deck. So I think I'm going to do that.
Alright. Flying. That one's not bad.
Yeah, we're not playing these other cards. I'd rather run the Hover Cell than the other. I might run the bow than the Hover Cell. It's hard to say.
What are the longbow and the slide armor equipped for? I don't remember off the top of my head.
They equip for 3.
Oh, both of them? Okay.
Put that in our
what does the
sideboard.
Peacekeeper do?
Whoever has the lowest life total gets it. It's bad.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So let's go and put some Crown on the sideboard. We might actually run it because our deck's so cheap. We can just run out all our threats. Basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card if you have no cards. And if you drew a card that way, or if you did have a card in hand, you lose a life. So if you can flood out all your cards, it's very strong. Lets you play through all your cards quicker. It might be one of the things we end up playing to kind of accelerate that. All right, we'll go ahead and take the Battle Horns now.
Yeah. I think we'd probably rather substitute in the battle horns than a lot of stuff.
Maybe. I'm happy with the Razor Barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want expensive cards. I like how cheap our deck is. I don't like that we didn't...
We didn't get any bone splitters. That's really weird. They're
They just didn't get passed to us. We didn't open any.
Yeah. Well,
there were some out
3 last time, though.
Mm-hmm. The players might have just been better about it.
Whatever.
The players we might play with might not have been passing them. They might have known not to pass them. Like cards that we would have passed a Bone Splinter on are literally Lux and Warhammer. And pack one, pick one. I would have picked Crystal Shard over it, and that's it.
All strike. That's a fun card.
So like there was nothing to pick over Bone. What do you pick over Bone Splinters that we saw? I think it's literally you pick your first Warhammer over it, and you pick. That's about it.
Yeah.
Our deck is heavily white. It has a little bit of blue.
We should have taken some of the +1/+1 cards. We didn't take them high enough.
You are right in retrospect, but I thought
at
we
the
would see
time, you thought we'd see more. I thought we'd see more.
we made the correct picks. It just turns out that we didn't get what we'd hoped to get. All right, let's pull in all the cards I'm considering playing. The crown, horns, the longbow, the hover cell. I don't want any of those white cards. I don't want any of those blue cards. We could run the null main board.
The null main board wouldn't feel terrible. Let's see.
All right.
Well, let's cut the talisman for starters. I don't think we're playing the talisman.
Just because we don't have anything to do with it. But yeah, you're right. All right, I want to cut the Condor because I want to run as many cheap cards as possible. All right, let's move all of our equipment down here.
You have a Warhammer.
Warhammer, Mindstone Crown, Crystal Shard. I like Blinding Beam a lot because they're aggressive. Altar's Light. Okay, so we need to cut some non-creature spells. We're not going to cut any creatures. That's where I'm at.
Okay, and what are we trying to get to? Are we trying to get down to 16 lands? Are we trying to get down
16
to 15?
lands.
Okay.
16. I like to be heavier on lands. That's my personal preference. I don't feel comfortable running very few lands. We don't really have... We have 2 Myr, which maybe we can get away with 15 lands, but we have equip costs, and they're very real. Alright, so cards that I don't want to cut.
So I don't know exactly how good the crown's going to be. So let's talk about that one first.
Okay, so
Let's
the crown's
just
going to be good if we're in top decks. The longer the game goes, the crown gets better for us. We apply our hand out. I think we don't start it. I think we just start off as an aggressive deck, and if they have answers, we pull in the crown.
Alright.
And I want to cut one of these equipment.
So that one has the cheapest equip cost, and it gives something can't be blocked by more than one creature, which lets ours, who get really big, like the Leonin guys, win in battle.
For me, it's between the hover cell and the longbow. And okay, in defense of the hover cell, it's good with many of our cards. Against the hover cell, it's very bad for... Hover cell is bad with 1, 2... We'll say it's fine with that one. 3... Only 3 of our cards.
Yeah, so I think the hover cell has more merit than longbow, but the longbow is what we'd bring in instead of the hover cell, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to cut one more card and run our 16 or 15? We could cut a creature at this point, but I still would rather not.
So right now we're running 15 lands and 2 mirror, right?
Yeah.
15 lands and 2 mirror sounds a little iffy.
We only have one card that costs 4.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, well, let's say Blinding Beam
So
costs
what are
4.
our odds of drawing a land at 15 lands? It's very low.
Drawing 2 lands?
I meant starting with 2 lands. I've done this math before.
Yes.
It's still in the like 60s, I think.
So we
70s.
Okay, we definitely want to cut one then. We definitely need to get to 3 lands. All right, so...
No, I mean starting with 2 or more lands in hand. It's like 60.
Right, but we're going to want to play.
It might even be higher than that.
We could cut a soldier. They're not particularly good in our deck. We could cut the Goblin Replica.
Because we don't have the red.
We have one source of red, but that's it.
Are we going to put another mountain in there? Seems okay to do that.
We could. I'd rather not with double white and double blue. But we could. We have a couple ways to draw cards with Mask of Memory. Maybe we should cut another. We have 4 equipments. That feels like a lot, especially when we only have 3 of these.
So we have how many creatures that really have to have an equipment? The Cub, the
3.
Leon. Okay.
We have 3 that really, really want equipment, and then 4 more that play well with an equipment, and then the other ones are just neutral on equipment.
Okay, so is the Mask of Memory, the Battle Horns, or the Hover Cell the worst equipment?
I think the hover cell is overall, but just because of its equip cost.
Which is 2.
Yeah.
And the Mask of Memory, that they all balance out though, right? They're 2 and 1 instead of
Yeah, they're all 1 and 2s.
1 and 2.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2s, and obviously
Because I think flying is probably more important than whatever drawing more cards does.
we could drop the Altar's Light and not run any removal, but I really like having a piece of removal that we can dig to with the Mask of Memory and the Thought Cast.
Yeah, I mean, so we're at 16 creatures. I think we want to stick with 16 creatures, so it's definitely... So, does Crystal Shard really fit the theme of our deck to be quick?
Huge tempo games.
Huge tempo games.
They can't play...
Because we could theoretically wait till the 4th turn and drop it and use it.
Yep.
So...
We could cut Blinding Beam, but I think it's too good. I think we do need to cut an equipment. And I think it's between these 2. For me.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely... So you like the Mask more than you like anything else?
The reason I like the Mask is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
all
7,
draw us a
8.
card.
That are essentially like either evasive or giant.
And so we're going to stop dropping lands basically after we have 4, right? So that the Mask is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think...
So I like flying, I think, better than I like can't be blocked set by 1 creature.
Alright. Then
and that's simply because I don't want them to block, I want them to take the damage.
I agree with you.
And they both do that, but I think the flying does that better.
Right. And I think that in the grindier matches we cut things like Blinding Beam and we just pull in some of the slower cards.
Yeah, and the crown and stuff, right?
I think it is specifically the Crown, the Rust card that we consider pulling in from sideboard. Crown of Farsight Mask, gain us card advantage. Rustboar Ram kills equipment that matters. Longbow can be good. I think that's it. Also, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green cards that we consider playing, and I think that we have what?
So we also
1,
have an
2,
annul
3,
if you want to try to cut something else to put the annul main board, but I think it's better left.
I'd rather be tap out. In some matches, we'll bring in the null. It plays well with the Crystal Shard and the Altar's Light, but that's about it. All right, so we're going to run 16 lands. We're going to run 8 of each again. And you could make the argument for running 15 lands. I like to play a little less loose with that.
I mean, I would love to try it, but...
It hurts so much when you don't have the lands you need in hand. And we don't have that many 1-drops.
Yeah.
If we had the Bone Splinters instead of these other cards, if we had Bone Splinters and a bunch of 2-drops, I would be much more willing to do that. But we really need to get to 4 mana. Like, we really need to play nothing on turn 1, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, play an equip on 4. Really bad. And, I mean, the good news is Mask of Memory and Hover Cell are fine on 3. Luxon Warhammer is fine 3/3 because it just provides so much... You catch up so much on it. And we have enough creatures. We either have creatures that are card advantage-ish, mana-ish. Well, how many cards do we have that are just dirtles?
Just completely useless?
These are the only cards that, like, don't do a lot as much.
Well, actually, I think the mirrors in our deck don't do too much.
They give us mana, though.
Of the wrong color.
That doesn't matter. Most of our stuff isn't double-colored.
That's a good point.
I mean, the mirrors can lead us to a thing where we're, on turn 3, we have 4 mana, so we can drop Leaning Guard and something else.
I have a question. What if we put a duel in and cut a land?
I really don't like that because we need the lands in hand. We have to get it's the opening hand that I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, I think we can add basic lands and submit.
Okay, so I like your idea of possibly adding 1 single mountain just to play with the Goblin Replica, which I think is very good.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
And goes with the 1 Iron Mirror, and that gives us 2 ways to get rid of artifacts.
Right, we've only got a minute, so we should probably do that.
Yeah, of course.
We're probably about equal.
Yeah, we can run 1 more white source than blue.
Looks like 1 more white source than blue. That should be right.
Alright, let's call it a deck. And submission received.
Woo!
Let's see what we had hoped to open. So it's like Oblivion Stone and a couple other cards, right?
I'm so surprised that Oblivion Stone is that expensive online.
It's just because of Tron.
Glimmerboard I'm not surprised at. Chalice, Chrome,
Charbelcher. So Mesmeric Orbit is involved in some sort of legacy and vintage combos I don't remember, but it's basically an infinite combo. I'm surprised because it is literally an infinite type combo, so it's a lot of clicking online. But it is a powerful card. There is a deck that is strong that uses it in Modern and Legacy, to my knowledge. It's just you basically mill yourself with it, and I'm not willing to do that much clicking.
Yep.
I don't know why Tooth and Nail is on there. Is Tooth and Nail played in any Modern decks?
I don't know. That's an odd card because that's wonderful for EDH.
There might be enough demand in EDH, and there might be just enough not Tooth and Nails that actually holds some value. There is let's click on Tooth and Nail because I know it costs a lot more in paper. Yeah, so there's just that much value. Yes, we'd like to go first. There's that much value of EDH. Let's keep.
Man, if we don't draw that third land, we are out.
We're pretty likely to draw it. Let's hold open our null. Yeah. I mean, you are correct if in 2 turns we don't draw a land. We are in a trouble. Ooh, wow.
Well.
Alright, let's not hit a land. We hit a Slith. I'm happy to hit that. I want to hit a land.
I want to hit a land next turn. If we don't hit a land next turn, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, they're going to have a 3/3. Boom! Alright, they're going to have a 3/3, so we can either play... I'm going to play the Jotun Grunt.
Yeah, attack first, or not, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's the same. And then... So, the reason I want to play my Jotun Grunts is it prevents his offense, lets us start getting damage in. I think I'm going to play Jotun Grunt, or Jotun Soldier, and then Thoughtcast. Once we have some equipments, I'll be very happy to play and attack with the Skyhunter Cub. But also the fact that he has red makes me want to expose the Skyhunter Cub less. There's a lot of 2 damage effects.
Yep.
But there's not a lot of 3 damage effects. After we played the Soldier, I think they should just... Well, that's not great for them either.
So you definitely want to play the Soldier.
We could just play the Thoughtcast.
No, he's going to blow up your thing and swing, right?
Why would he blow up our thing? He's just going to equip and swing with his 4/4. Yeah, let's play the Soldier.
I mean, you don't necessarily need cards, is why I would play the Thoughtcast later.
Yeah, and actually, the other part that I thought about is we can double block. If he makes us a 4/2, I'll double block and he can kill. He can kill one of my 1/4s. So that leaves him with no good attacks again.
Another one.
Our opponent probably has multiple Bone Splinters. That Bone Splinter is going to do a lot of work for them. See, I don't think that's the right equip. I will happily double block. Nope. They'll just make it so we can't attack.
It's a good plan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3.
So it costs, 2 less? So it's 3 to cast. We'll have 1 mana left. We'll probably draw a mana. Oh, okay, so leave a plains open and cast our Thoughtcast. Okay, so now we play the land. We can raise the alarm at the end of the turn.
Yep. And I'm going to try to get the Goblin Replica off the board before I play Lex and Warhammer.
Yes, I would definitely do that. In fact, I would like to have enough mana to play and click in the same turn.
Okay. You took our guy. He's probably going to attack with his 4/2.
And then we're going to raise the alarm and kill it, right?
Yep.
Well, that turned out to be an impressive combat trick.
Soldiers, do your work.
Die for the cause. Alright, mana, Luxstone Warhammer, punch him in the face.
Hopefully. Nope.
Man. Okay, so play the club. play the Cub, and then hope we can play the Lexon Warhammer and click next turn?
We could play the Cathodian, offer a double block, let him kill our Cathodian, kill the soldier, then he equips to something else.
I think just going for damage is the best. So play the Cub, and then hope we can click the Warhammer to it next turn.
Okay.
Because he can't attack still with our 1/4 there. And keep in mind how much crazy amount of life we're about to gain with this Warhammer.
If we draw land.
We can do it over 2 turns. I just prefer not to.
I'll play the Cathodian before that. I'm going to play and equip. The importance of him not shattering it or something is very high.
Okay.
And the fact of the matter is we will gain 6 life and do 6 damage. It's a 12-point life swing.
Yeah, it should be over after that. Ideally, we would find an island next turn.
Yeah.
But any land will be better than no land.
Yeah. We have a lot of live draws. The Bone Splinter is the only thing really keeping him alive. Alright.
Wow.
So he has all mana untapped. Do you just want to play both of our creatures? Or do you want to go for it?
So I think we go for it because the reward is a lot higher, and playing both the creatures doesn't change anything.
It's true. If he has an answer, it gives him another turn to draw an answer. I wonder what they're thinking about.
I don't know.
Maybe... Okay. Well, we could equip to the 1/4 in case he has a burn spell.
Does the 1/4 get through?
It becomes a 4/4, and he can double block and lose a creature, and we gain life. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
That seems better. It also has vigilance.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we are kind of playing around a lot of stuff. So just kill our own creature, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fine. But we also gained a ton of life.
Well, yeah.
And we have a bunch of...
I mean, so now all we're going to do is attach it to the other guy and swing, though, so maybe we should have done that first.
Done what first?
Attach it to the flyer and swing.
Well, if they had a burn spell, remember the 2-mana burn spell and some other ones? There are
Well,
burn spells.
we were so far ahead, though. I mean, we were enough ahead that it probably didn't matter. Now, I did like getting their big creature off the board. That was good.
Alright, so if I was them, I would equip and attack, really. Attacking with both is probably the best answer. We're very likely to equip to the Skyhunter Cub.
And we're very not likely not to block, too, right?
No, we're not blocking.
I mean, I don't know that there's any combat trait that matters in those colors.
No, not off the top of my head, but...
I mean, but I don't know the set all that well.
There's some stuff that does 1 damage to all creatures, so no reason to. So our opponent's thinking here. I think we've got him.
I mean, I hope so. We should win with the looks.
That raised the alarm. I think that Domineer was a little bit early on their part. I would have saved it.
What's the... Oh, to steal our
Yeah.
artifact creature? Well, I mean, really, that was their best play knowing our deck, but they didn't know our deck.
They could have just waited for a better artifact. They weren't behind. They were at 1 damage a turn. The Domineer didn't... They weren't at a high enough danger of dying to justify playing it that early, and they didn't get enough gain from playing it.
Well, so we didn't have the second Domineer at the time, right?
Yeah.
No, we did.
They have a battle gear, so they're gonna make one swole, dude.
But that doesn't matter.
No. Oh, I would have put it all in one.
They're not going to be able to block. We have flying. So splitting it's better. You can stop playing lands, Daniel.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so we played the Cathodian to trade. Because they're actually winning on damage, by the way.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're winning on damage. We're about to gain a crazy amount of life.
We only gain 6.
They only do 7?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely play the Cathodian, but then punch them for 7. No, we're doing 7 and gaining 6. We're definitely winning this race right now.
Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm. And
So they do have the battle gear, and again, the battle gear I don't like as much because it is a lot of power and toughness, but it doesn't do as much. Like
what he's trying to say is it doesn't lifelink.
that's what the that's why the hammer's good. But
the hammer is so overpowered that it doesn't matter that they have the battle gear.
Right
now, we should have taken the battle gear.
I think
we were hoping to get better, but the battle gear is pretty impressive on our creatures.
It's just so expensive to equip. Like if they kill
the Warhammer.
The Warhammer does more.
Oh, no doubt the Warhammer. I mean, the Warhammer's overpowered as
right.
It can be.
We'll pay 2 mana very, very, very happily for a terror type effect. But for 4 mana, what do you expect? You expect a Wrath. And that's where I'm at with the Volshock versus the Warhammer. The Warhammer gives me so much more. I'm willing to spend 6 mana with the opportunity cost of my first creature.
Now that being said, they would be winning if we didn't have the Warhammer. They would be absolutely winning because of the one card, the battle gear. So it can swing a match, just like...
If our Warhammer was another equipment, I think we'd still be ahead. If it was a Bone Splinter or something else.
Well, so if it was the second best equipment instead of first best.
If it was a Scimitar, I think we'd still be winning.
So if it were a Scimitar, that would be a 4-4?
If it were any equipment I was willing to play. Because I'm not willing to... do I want to trade here?
You do want to trade.
I'm not going to be running really, really bad equipment, and we took a good pick over that.
You want to trade because they're probably playing a creature.
Yeah.
And they're probably...
Oh, they're playing Grid Monitor. I considered that and realized that it just wasn't very good.
Not for you.
Oh, look, they have the ultimate.
He's big.
He is big.
He's not beating that, though, that we just played, because he doesn't have trample. Isn't it over? Nope. They're at 1. They're at 1 and we're at 25.
Do we want to move it over to the Megamur?
What?
I don't think we do.
No. I think 3 toughness is what we want to keep.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so based on them not playing white, it's okay to play that Slith.
Why would it matter otherwise?
Isn't there some sort of wrath in white?
It wouldn't kill our Skyhunter Cub.
Oh, okay.
It kills big creatures or small creatures. Not both.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, I thought it was based on converted mana cost like the Austere Command.
I'm pretty sure it's power and toughness. I could be wrong, though.
I'm pretty sure all of those were based on converted mana cost, but, I mean, I don't remember. We can figure that out, I suppose.
True. Alright, so let's see. Our opponent had some pretty potent artifacts.
Now, they didn't have much flying, so I'm liking our hover sail.
So, I like Rust Spore Ram, considering what they had there. That's really the only thing I like a lot. They're going to pull out Blinding Beam for it.
Yeah, Blinding Beam didn't seem to do much against them.
Makes their deck a little bit more expensive, but it's alright overall. Alright, let's look real quick for...
Just the rares? You just want white, right?
I just want to find that one rare, what it's called. The one that kills everything. Do I know what it's called? I don't even know if I know exactly what it's called. Solar Tide. Power 2 or less, power 3 or greater.
Oh, you were correct.
Yeah. My knowledge of cards you'll never play is vast.
Vast and sticky.
Alright, so let's go ahead and run this in. And our red, white, and blue deck. We can say it's red because it runs a single mountain.
America.
France?
Oh, okay, that too.
Many countries?
They don't call it France control. Though that would actually be kind of clever.
British control?
I guess their flag is technically those colors as well.
A lot of flags are red, white, and blue.
I wonder why.
I think it has to do with availability of dies at the time.
Whoa, they got deep.
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of new flags have a lot more intricacies. It's easier to make flags now. If you made the flag of Brad, it could just be your face. Whereas back in the day, it would be just like an etched drawing of your face, like a little eyebrow here.
It'd probably have to be basic colors, so it'd be very recognizable.
They could just use a potato and add some eyebrows.
Like a Mr. Potato Head flag?
No, just a regular potato.
Oh.
Alright.
They could have a light bulb attached to it, too.
So our opponent should decide to go first. This is a fast format. Fast people.
The way he plays it.
I mean, I don't want to be a control deck in this format. It's terrifying.
I don't either. I don't like playing control decks anyway. So.
I don't mind at all. I like playing control decks, but this is a very... Also, we ran out of time last match, and I mean, we would have lost probably anyway. But one of the reasons we ran out of time is there's a lot of activations. There's a lot of little things that eat a lot of time. And the more you play, the better you are at that. But, you know, we weren't playing slow.
Impinibus.
Yeah, Impinibus.
Now, the guy made us look slow. He ended with like 6 minutes left and we died. But I guess that's not relatively that slow.
No. So our opponent is deciding if they want to play first or not.
He's really tanking.
They may have gone to the restroom or something, which makes sense. People do that on occasion.
Can you switch the cards out, not hit accept, and run off and it accepts for you like it does with your deck now?
No.
You can't do that?
If he did that, his deck is automatically the same one.
Oh, so it'll just run it back. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you haven't submitted, it'll submit whatever you've got in the window.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And fix your lands.
So, what are we hoping to open here? I guess I just want 2 lands, a 1-cost equipment, and
Sky Hunter or something.
And the Leonine Den Guard.
Either one.
Yeah.
I mean, any of those 3 creatures.
I want a 4/4 flying Vigilance.
On like the 3rd turn.
No, I want the Mask of Memory. I want a 4/4 Vigilance Mask of Memory. This is acceptable.
So it's got the mirror, it's got the other mirror, and it's got the Den Guard.
We're going first? This guy's brave.
So we probably want to push out the
mirror.
The mirror first. The iron one.
Yeah.
Now, unless right now we draw an equipment, which we did.
So
now we want to play the Den Guard and grab and put the equipment on it next turn.
Yeah.
If we draw a land. If we don't draw a land, then, you know, that sucks.
If we don't draw a land, I think we actually play the Iron Mirror. So that next turn we can play and equip. Unless he kills the Iron Mirror. And we have more bodies on the field.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we can do.
It's awkward that we both have Neurocover cells. That makes them fairly worthless other than their ability to equip.
Yeah, I think we're both playing an equipment kind of deck. So
he can't be. Blue doesn't have equipment bonuses. He can be playing cards that play well with equipment. Like he could have a Spike Shock Goblin, which would be terrifying with the Vol Shock.
Yep.
The good news is we do have Altar's Light, which I think will make a big swing in this deck.
Yeah. Deck for 1.
Yep. Alright. So, if our opponent plays a blocker...
We give it fly. We play it flying, right?
Well, I don't know. You know what? If it's a blocker they would like to keep, I might just put Mask of Memory on it.
Fabricate.
Alright, let's see what they get. Hope it's good. Better be real good if you're going to be... Fabricating. Mask of Memory will just set us ahead immediately. And we can probably discard our Omega Mer and have a second equipment if they get rid of one of ours.
Ooh. Very good, very good.
Grid Monitor, they're going to have a 4/6.
There's that land. Alright, so...
Mask of Memory this turn.
Mask of Memory and attack for... What is it? Attack for 3?
No, we're going to play the Hover Cell. Because next turn we're going to equip the Hover Cell. And, but
let's
attack first.
Point.
Just with my 2/4.
Oh, next turn we can also exile target artifact or enchantment.
Okay, just card a card. Omega Mer.
Yeah. The Spy is now unblockable.
Yep. Alright.
We also have red mana, in case it matters.
We can also Altar's Light his card if we really want to.
So he can't cast creature spells. We have no way of erasing that except the Warhammer, right?
No, we can just play a bunch of creatures, and if he ever attacks, we hit him for way more than he hits us. So I think we're in a great spot.
I think we just exile it and hit him, right?
No. I'm going to equip the Hover Cell, hit him, discard, draw a card, Rustboard Ram his Hover Cell when I want to, play out the rest of my hand, And he's stuck behind Grid Monitor unless he kills it.
Oh, and we've got a flyer.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to also play another creature, right?
If we draw land.
What are we pitching? We're probably pitching the Soldier. Unless we drew 2 lands, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think we pitch the Leadmere. We don't need more mana. We do need that Plains, though. Don't pitch that.
So we can pitch the Leadmere. Yeah.
And then play the Plains, and then play the
Yep.
Cathodian or the Soldier. Either one. No, Cathodian. We're going to attack for more next turn. So, he's going to click the flying and swing, right?
Well, he loses that race. He can't do that. I do not like Grid Monitor as my first creature. Unless he has something really cool. Oh, he did.
Wow.
Okay. We have options. We can let him keep our 3/3 and get rid of the Neuro Cover Cell. Or we can get rid of the Domineer and get back our 3/3, but then we can't get through. Oh, yeah, we have Rustboard Ram.
I have a question. If we destroy Cathodian, do we get the 3 mana?
No, they do.
Okay.
Alright, so we play Rustboard Ram this turn, kill his Neuro Cover Guard, attack for 2 with flying, be able to block his 3/3. Does that sound good?
What now?
Rustboard Ram kills his Hover Guard.
Yeah, and then we attack for
2.
2, and then we do what?
1, 2, 3. Then we hopefully draw land that we can play another card.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give you your flying ability. And he still can't play creatures. And if he tries to race us, he's way, way behind.
Well, I mean, we just blocked the ram now.
Well, I mean,
And we
he's
don't have to
forfeits.
even do it now.
Alright.
So I don't think we need that land, actually.
If we have 2 lands, we play the Familiar. So I'm going to discard the Soldier. Just add more pressure on quicker.
Okay, we'll do that.
Skyhunter guy.
Oh, man, we do that a lot.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so now our opponent is stuck with a 3/3 and a 4/6. They can attack us for 7.
So if they attack with the Cathodian, though, we use our Flying Vigilance to kill it, right?
Just block it.
No, we take it and the 1/3 there and...
No, I'm going to Altar's Light the Domineer.
Oh, and just get it back. Okay.
Grid Monitor is making this person lose the game. They could have 4 creatures in hand. And in fact, they haven't missed a land drop, so they very well may. New plan. Full shock. Okay, so if we do...
But that's 5 damage?
That's 10. Okay, if we take this back...
Okay, we should block. We should chump block with the 1/3 on the 6/6. No. Keep our flyer.
Why?
Because it does damage every turn.
Okay, sure. And we should just take 4? Okay.
Yeah, just take 4. We cannot kill that guy.
We can kill whatever we want. We have Altar's Light.
No, don't kill the 4/6. He'll play more creatures.
I mean, we can kill the Volshock Morning Gear or the Domineer.
So if we kill the Domineer, we get to keep.
No, he just re-equips it.
Well, he does next turn, yeah. So maybe we do want to kill the Battle Gear.
I kind of want to kill the Domineer because then he has to spend the turn to that, and he can't attack us. We can just chump. We have 2 creatures in hand. I think I get rid of the Domineer.
Well, so then he eventually gets a giant creature, though.
He gets one giant creature that we have to chump block every turn while we draw 2 cards a turn. 3 cards a turn.
Okay. I mean, if you think that's right, do it. Alright, now attack. With everything.
Nah, I want to keep 1 creature back to block.
No, you can always play the Soldier. You don't need
If
to block.
I had a mana. So yeah, we'll leave the mirror back.
Oh, you have to have the... Yeah, mirror back. Actually, I wouldn't bother Okay. Chunk,
Well, planes,
planes, yeah. So...
I'd rather... Okay.
You already played land.
Well, I'd rather block with the soldier. Well, I'd actually rather block with the meat.
Well, don't block the next turn.
So we're not blocking this next turn?
No.
We're going to take 6? 7? He's going to equip this.
Yeah, we're going to take 7.
Okay.
Because the backswing is impressive.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. All right. We did it. It turns out that burying your opponent under card advantage while they get stuck behind a defense monitor. So that was the reason that I didn't pick grid monitor, by the way. I've played with the card before, and it can be good.
Well, they had the deck for it. I'll say that.
Well, the deck for it really just plays
But
a
they
bunch
just
of,
played it so early.
You have to have other cards to go with it.
Yeah, they just played it so early.
You have to have non-creature spells that make a difference. You have to have removal. You have to have bounce. You have to have all this other stuff.
And in their defense, I guess they underestimated the amount of card advantage we would get from that.
They had a couple things. We removed 2 things. They had the flying thing, which would have stopped us. They had the Domineer, which would have helped, but it just wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got probably a few minutes between then. Let's get our loot crate going. You want to get our crate on?
Oh, let's do this.
It's a little bit late. We had ours in December, but as soon as the match opens up there,
Look at this.
crate it up.
No.
It's the Christmas crate.
It's the Christmas crate. This one is
Show us the
Star
shirt.
Wars themed.
Star Wars themed.
Yep.
Hail to the Empire, right? Are you Rebel Scum?
It's not the Empire anymore, Daniel.
What is it now? First Resistance?
The First Order.
First whatever. That's really cool.
It is really cool. Why don't we switch it to full screen, actually? So
That's a good idea.
Let's see. What is it?
MTG stream. Let's get big.
Bam. Loot crate.
Quick crate. That's a really cool shirt.
That is a super cool shirt. I got one of these for my girlfriend for Christmas. She loves it.
I have a giant Halo container. I do not play Halo, but I'm sure someone will appreciate it. What's inside this Halo container?
I think there's a pop figure.
Oh, wow. This is the best Halo container ever because I do not do a lot of Haloing, and it doesn't want to come out well.
Does it? Shake it. Jiggle it.
Yeah, here we go. Is this the Han?
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Snow Edition.
Snow Edition. Ain't no Solo like Han Solo.
Here's what my girlfriend likes the best. It's the socks.
Star Wars socks. Is this
BB-8 socks.
BB-8 socks. Rolling on out. That's kind of cool.
There's also a little pin. Oh, was a little pin.
The standard little pin. Mine's gold and shiny for some reason.
Says something on it. Galaxy Quest emblem patch.
For those that don't remember the Galaxy Quest, it was super silly and super fun and kind of super niche. Like, I think that loot crates are aimed at people our age because I remember Galaxy Quest.
And it's actually rated very highly as a movie.
Yeah, it's really amusing.
That's something to say.
They give us a little thing and some sort of Halo.
Oh yeah, there's some Halo stuff.
Halo stuff.
I have a friend that plays Halo. I think I'll just send mine to him.
So, there wasn't a lot of stuff in this, but I felt like it was really quality stuff. Like, I got socks, a
This
pop figure,
awesome shirt.
a shirt.
Which I am stealing. Daniel's not going to get.
No, that is my shirt.
Nope.
And then
not happening.
a metal case thing, which I'm not big on, but if I played Halo, I would assume
it'd be great for dice.
Yeah, so hopefully our round starts any
we'll
second.
just pretend Daniel's wearing it.
look at all my planets. Oh, that feels so good. I feel like the sun. I'm fat. I'm Sunshine Dan because I'm the sun.
So it looks very similar to that game, Starbound.
They have all 9 planets. They're old school. They include Pluto.
Technically, Pluto is a dwarf planet now, but we all know where it really lived.
In our hearts,
Yeah.
planet still exists.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put this back together.
Nope, not happening. Just put it to the side. We'll deal with it later.
Okay, that works too. So
Han Solo.
Yeah, we have Old Man Solo.
It actually does.
And
say
he's
Snow
not-
here.
Psych.
He's not what?
Nothing.
Oh, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Oh, so I guess it's technically Galaxy themed. That is not going to focus. It says Galaxy on there.
Third.
Anyway.
Galaxy Quest. That was cool. Their Christmas ones tend to be really good though. If you were going to sign up for Loot
Oh, I
Crate
didn't
any time of
know
the year,
that.
the Christmas ones have. I was it for last
They
year.
actually gave me quite a discount for getting this look. I think it was $5-6.
Yeah,
so I
'cause-
got it very cheaply.
Well, most people that sign up will continue to do it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm only picking the months that I really like, and they give me $3 off every month. It's
There you
awesome.
go. Yeah. you just pick it based on theme though? You don't get to pick once you know what's in it, right?
I think they don't announce what's in it until after they've sent them out. So they're like, it's Star Wars theme, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting that for my girlfriend. And then a few months ago, it was some awesome thing that I knew she would love, so I got her that one too.
The only one that I've been unhappy with is the spy theme. That one was really.
I think we opened that.
We did.
Open that one?
I did not like. I don't like spy stuff.
It had some cool stuff if you like that stuff,
but I didn't. Like, to me, I guess spy stuff is technically nerdy stuff, but it doesn't fall into the same nerdy realms that I think of.
Well, I mean, at least it wasn't a defibrillator like in Casino Royale. You get that?
I don't know.
So in James Bond, with the first one with Daniel Craig, there wasn't much super cool gadgets. They went back to the old school James Bond.
Yeah.
And so basically the only gadget was a defibrillator and a radio or something. Yeah. So
a defibrillating radio.
No, it was just a defibrillator. It was in his car. It saved his life. Spoiler alert.
So next week we'll be doing We'll be doing Mirrodin Darksteel, and we're gonna look a little bit at the Darksteel price cards, but also how Darksteel kind of shakes up the format while we wait for our next match.
First of all, everybody wants Ravager, and I'm surprised they're only $10.
It's just because Affinity's the only deck that plays it.
So this one has a lot of $6 and $7 cards. Ether Vial, Serum Powder, Sword of Fire and Ice, Sundering Titan. So Sword of Fire and Ice is very high.
So we can look at the online value comparatively, minus the things. This set's actually worth less than Mirrodin overall.
But not much.
But not by much. And it's because so much of the value is held up with Oblivion Stone.
Yeah.
This doesn't have an Oblivion
Stone.
So
this one has a lot more chances to pay for your draft in a couple of cards, which is really good for when you might be playing on points, which will hopefully be after
Chittering Rats is there. Popper's a very popular format.
Oh,
so that's cool.
Poppers. So all of these cards will likely go down several dollars in value, several tickets in value, because they're going to be so heavily open for the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, they'll bounce back up.
But 3 months from now, all these cards will probably be back to these prices, and it'll be great to sell. And so later in the year, since we're going to try to do this all year, we might actually be able to get our money back that we've invested just from a couple random picks here and there.
Right.
Which is kind of the strategy of what we're doing here, which is trying to go infinite.
Or close to it. Yeah, Mobius pick. But also, let's look at what cards kind of change here. Now, we have some just normal cards, right? Chittering Rats is a fine card. It's hard to play, though, because, again, we're trying to be these different colors. But cards like Spire Golem come up, the Affinity for Lands cards, which can be pretty good. Yeah. Now, remember, you're playing two colors usually. You're not usually one color, so it can be... They're not super cheap. You should essentially take 1 or 2 off the mana cost, not half. The Echoing Cycle is pretty powerful, even if they're just simple, like Echoing Ruin is destroy target artifact, and the fact that it says other ones doesn't really matter. It's just another shatter effect.
Yeah, I mean, it might get 2, but, I mean...
Decay is powerful. Truth is okay, but not that great. Where's the ones that really...
Well, so Razor Golem's the other is Cycle. Tangle Golem's the other is the Cycle. The Cloak is pretty good.
Where is...
So, I think Volshark Morningstar, if I remember, is...
Volshark Morningstar is, I think...
pretty decent.
It's right after Bone Splitter, in my opinion, because 2 is the sweet spot. It is a significant power and toughness increase, and 2 mana is not unaffordable. My disagreement with Volshark War Gear, is that 3 to play and 3 to equip is quite a bit of mana. Like, I have to have 6 mana to use that turn, whereas I only have to have 4 to use the Morningstar.
Yeah, and so I think we probably should have picked it in our deck because that extra toughness and power would have made our creatures that are good with equipment almost unstoppable.
Green picks up quite a bit in this set, too. Tangle Spider's a very good card.
Oh, yeah.
As is the Outrider. As is the Wolf.
Yeah.
So
Green gets a lot of good cards.
It needs them because they don't have the kind of themes on that. Red has some powerful cards like Barbed Lightning and Unforged. So Unforged was the card I was thinking about.
Unforged is the one that we were playing around last tournament.
The white doesn't get quite as much. The Glaive Master is nice.
It adds to our set of cards that we're trying to draft now.
And the Petron Glow.
And actually, I've been wanting to see one of those because I thought it was in this set.
It is, in fact, not.
So.
Let's see. The Arcbound cards come out, so Modular comes out as an
ability. I am looking forward to playing some Modular.
It's a little bit trickier. They're kind of pricey. It's actually a hard deck to pull together because it's slower.
The best thing about that deck is you could just have a couple of them and a couple more artifact creatures, and you might just get a big bonus.
And we get other good equipment like the Bola. The Bola comes out. You get things like the Land Shaper, which can be a good way to use reusable land destruction if you want to, although I don't prefer it. Mm-hmm. The cycle of the Affinity for Lands.
I like Essence Drain as a card. I don't know how good it is.
It's okay. It's a little pricey. Again, this is a faster format overall.
So I'm really hoping we pull a Ravager.
Yeah, the rares. Some of the uncommons are very important.
Oh, so
Skullclamp being the best.
So Skullclamp is the best. We'll go back to that in a second. I think if we're going to buy into Affinity, buying Ravagers, like next week into next week, probably be the best time because I bet they'll be selling for a lot cheaper.
That's a good point.
Anybody who doesn't want that deck is just going to get rid of them as fast as they can, probably. And they'll probably go down to 7 to 8 tickets, maybe even lower.
That is a good time to buy that specific card.
Yeah, and since we want to play that deck anyway, it's even better for us.
Yeah.
So
pick up more good removal for green. Oxidize is very good.
Oxidize is really good, yeah. Which is the one where you sacrifice an artifact and it does 5 damage? Is that in...
Shrapnel Bass is, I think, in this one.
Okay. I thought it was.
Oh, maybe it is another one.
That one might be in Mirrodin, actually.
Let's do it by rarity.
Just type in the name. This is an uncommon. It's definitely an uncommon.
Shrap. I don't know how to spell shrap now. Shrapnel Blast.
There we go. It is in Mirrodin. We just hadn't seen one.
Oh, it's an uncommon. Okay.
Yeah, it's an uncommon in Mirrodin.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was a common.
Yeah.
Because it's not that great. But it's really good in Mirrodin, so. Stir the Pride's one of my favorite cards. It's an entwine card.
Oh, yeah. That one's good.
It's a game winner. The thing about it is you actually very rarely entwine it, but usually just paying 5 to give all your creatures +2/+2 is good enough.
We played a Crazy Draft one time, and I got to play that. That was fun. I don't know if everybody calls them Crazy Draft. It's like you don't repeat sets. So it's if you have 8 players, it's 24 different sets.
That's not the normal name for it.
Chaos Draft. Chaos Draft is the normal name for it. Yeah, we did one of those.
Let's see if there's anything else popping up here. And if not, we'll kind of look at the affinity list and see what we're looking at buying soon. Are we up for a match soon? Nope, they're still
going at it.
Slogging away. You can't blame them. It can be a hard time to win.
It can be.
All right.
It can be like that.
Game.
So let's see.
I think Affinity's mostly the same, but
yeah. So Affinity, there's only a few cards that are worth money, right? But they're worth a lot of money.
The Ravagers.
So the Ravagers, which should go down, so it's probably a good time to buy those. I think we already had the spell scuts from Modern happened.
We do.
Steel Overseers are what set are they originally from? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. Inkmoth Nexus is a large portion of it.
Oh yeah, Inkmoth Nexus are super
Glimmer Voids will go down.
Oh yeah, so we should check on picking up Glimmer Voids in 2 or 3 weeks once all the sets of Mirrodin have come out.
Yeah.
So that card's not coming down for a while. Magic 2011, is that really the first time that was printed?
Yeah, it's only been printed once.
Oh, okay. So that's why it's so expensive.
So it looks like we missed the low point on the Opal.
Yeah, it's an odd low point.
It's after Modern Masters came out.
Oh, is it?
Got the $22.
It'll probably get back down there eventually when it's reprinted. If they redo Modern again for a week, it'll go down.
Wow, this deck went up quite a bit after people got their cheap Opals.
Oh yeah. So I traded for it at a big event. I traded for every piece of it that I didn't have, which was basically everything that had just been reprinted, and all pieces have gone back up since then. Affinity also got way more popular after last time.
It is a very solid deck.
Some of these cards look really good.
Let's look up just some of the mythics and stuff. We'll go into the limited on Monday when it releases the whole thing. I'll cover everything. But let's talk about some constructed stuff. There's always time to talk about constructed stuff on that, and it's easier to know what the whole set is when I have the whole picture for limited. It's hard to tell with half the cards. Surge could be good, Surge could be bad. there's a chance that playing zero-costed, low-impact cards is good. It's more likely that they're bad, but I can't tell you that until I can see more of the set.
All right, I will be right back.
But we do have our Planeswalkers here. Let's see if we can pull up our Planeswalker set. We only have 2 this time, but it is a small set. I think both of them are very good. I think they do different things. I think Chandra is going to be a standard all-star, costing 6, plus 1 for 6 damage is really good. It's over 2 bodies, it's every turn, it's a Planeswalker killer, it kills your opponents quickly, and let's say that you're not in a position to attack. You have a minus ability that kills lots of their opponent's cards, sweeps out stuff often, unless they have 5 toughness creature or bigger, which is basically Siege Rhino and dragons. So if it's not Siege Rhino and it's not dragons, Chandra's getting rid of it, likely. And if you can't use that ability to get rid of it, she has one more ability that buys you one more turn, which is essentially drawing a new hand, getting rid of all the cards that aren't helping you answer what's on the board now, and getting the cards you need to help. Whether they're answers that are big in your deck or multiple small answers, turning your lands into other resources, turning cards that aren't currently useful into potentially better cards, or if she's a top deck, you can just zero and draw another card, and she's replaced herself if the other 2 abilities aren't good. So I don't think she's ever irrelevant. I mean, I don't think you can run more than probably 2 of her tops, just because she costs so much, and you don't want too many 6-mana cards that don't stabilize the board. She can stabilize the board on the small stuff, on the smaller creatures, and she can draw you the cards to help stabilize the board, but you don't want to use a Chandra and draw into more Chandras, because then you're just kind of spinning your wheels and waiting on the new Chandra. But I do think that she will see standard play. Just being able to plus 1 for 6 damage is the strongest plus 1 that I can think of as far as just pure efficiency as goes. Nissa, Voice of Zendikar is a little bit more interesting to me in that I think she could be modern playable. She has the right numbers. She's a 1 green and a 3, which is sort of an analog to Little Liliana. You can plus 1 her to put her out of lightning bolt range, which is a big deal. She only makes a 0/1 green plant token, and her minus ability makes your creature stronger. I think that she needs to fit into some sort of aggressive shell for most decks. I'm not sure where that is in Modern, but she survives lightning bolt. She has a powerful plus 1 ability, and she has a powerful minus 2 ability. And Planeswalker Ultimates aren't particularly important. Hers is fine as far as they go. You just won't get to play it that often. If you do, great for you. I think she needs a shell that's very aggressive. Like, imagine this in a green-white deck that makes a lot of creatures and attacks a lot of creatures. Like a variation of a Lingering Souls deck. Maybe it's an Abzan Lingering Souls deck. Let's say the mana works, and you have this really big token deck. Do you like her? Does she fit your spot?
I like her, but I don't know if she could beat out just playing another one of those good creatures that you're playing to set her up,
What if there's no setup? What if she's the payoff card? What if you're not playing...
Well, so if she is the payoff card, then she's an excellent payoff card.
Like, let's say you're not playing the enchantment. The enchantment that gives +1/+1 and Vigilance to all tokens. Let's say you play Nissa instead. Because she's worse than that enchantment, in that she just gives a 1/1 counter. But she's better than that enchantment, that she makes threats if you just draw her off the top. Or if you need more creatures, if you only have 1 token, she makes the tokens to go with it. Let's say she's a 2/of in your Modern deck that's green-white or green-black or green-black-white or whatever token shell she fits into. She obviously goes...
Yeah, I don't think a token shell is actually powerful enough.
There's a black-white token deck already.
But it doesn't win much.
It
usually doesn't play green, so I don't think she's good enough to make that a deck.
She might be the card that pushes over.
Maybe in Standard there's a deck for her.
My thought with the green part is there has to be a certain amount of card before... Like, there used to be white token decks, and they just stayed white token decks, and then they printed Lingering Souls, and then they printed Zealous Persecution, and there were just enough cards that eventually became black-white. What if she is the card that makes it so that your Voice of Resurgence and whatever your other green-black and green-white cards that I can't think off the top of my head become good enough? Like, what if she's the...
It's possible, but I don't think it's likely.
So you don't think she's there? Let's see what the...
I don't think she's quite there. And the fact that she's double green is definitely hurting her, I think. Because the deck is so black and white already.
Oh, I keep forgetting there's a weird black-white Eldrazi decks.
What? That's a Modern deck?
Yeah. It uses exile effects, and then some of the cards like Wasteland Strangler.
What? Does this ever win? 10th place in what?
Oh, no,
Modern Open Cincinnati.
So here's the thing.
Wow.
You see all these Eldrazi cards? You know what they play them with? 4 Eldrazi Temples.
Hmm.
When you play a Blight Herder for 1 mana...
Wait, is Eldrazi Temple legendary?
Nope. Costs 2 less, taps for 2. And they run 2 Eye of Ugins. So if you play turn 1 Eldrazi Temple, turn 2 Eye of Ugin, you can play a 4 mana card just right off the bat.
Woo! There aren't any 4, but I see what you're saying.
Well, the set just gets better with our new coming out cards. I'm not going to go into all of them there, but the Eldrazi deck and the Eldrazi lands become a lot better. You see a lot of pure colorless cards, and they are very, very powerful. This deck is currently, I think, a tier 1.5 deck, or tier 2 deck. I think it could really come into the limelight. It plays a lot of strong black and white cards, like your Slaughter Packs, your Path. Right, your Path works well with your Wasteland, Strangler, etc. You're just about to get a whole lot more.
You think they'll reprint Inquisition? Inquisition and Kozilek?
They can't. It's not Devoid. They won't.
Do you think they'll print one that is Inquisition and Kozilek, but make it Devoid?
I don't think that they want those cards in Standard.
And I don't think they want 4 more Inquisitions.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make
modern. It
doesn't make Inquisition any cheaper. It just makes it actually more expensive because now you want to run more. Like, imagine you play the deck. It runs 4 Inquisitions of Kozilek, 4 Inquisitions of a Miracle, we'll call it that, and then 4 Thoughtseizes. Now it's the 12 discard deck, and you're just like, you can't even keep a hand. I like it in that.
Yes, I set that up exactly for that they can't print that card to reduce the cost of Inquisition, because A, it won't reduce the cost of Inquisition, and B, it'll affect Modern in that you'll just play 4 more often.
Well,
and you may not play 4 more because a lot of decks don't play the full set of Inquisitions and the full set of Thoughtseize. But they might be able to just play 4 Inquisitions and 4 of the new Inquisitions and not play Thoughtseize, which strains you for 2 life, who makes you worse against burn.
Yeah.
But Inquisitions make you better against burn. So.
Yeah.
It's a cool deck.
It is. It's just basically Eye of Ugin.
I love that they're playing 4 Ghost Quarters main board because that hits so many lands in Modern, and lots of people don't play that many basics.
Yeah, and the colors will matter even more. Just looking over. Let's see, can we look at the colors?
And you know how you play around Ghost Quarter? You can't. You have to build around Ghost Quarter. Because what am I going to do to stop Ghost Quarter?
Oh, they have all the Eldrazi ones here. Right, this costs just a single colorless. It essentially makes another creature when it dies. You reveal the top card. If it's a permanent, it costs 3 less. You put it into play. If it's anything else, you draw a card. People are comparing it to Kitchen Finks. It's worse against burn, better against control. We have a 4 mana card that is a 4/4 that you get to basically just take off one of their cards. It's a you exile one of their cards, and when it leaves play, they draw a card. And the fact that you can play that on turn 2.
Oh yeah, that'll probably go right into the deck.
Yeah, you get a 4/4 for 2 that takes away their best card.
Yeah, that's gonna go right into the deck.
This black card you can pay 1 in a black for 2/1 flying, can't block. If you pay 2 colorless more, sacks a creature.
So the Reality Smasher, that looks like it'd slide right into that deck too.
It might be a little bit spin. They might.
So they already play a 5-drop.
They might just cut the cost down to 4s. Like, their deck might go from we have a bunch of sweet turn 3 plays to we just have the best turn 2 plays.
Yeah, so that has haste, though, and it's a 5/5, so it's a great turn 3 play.
And it's really hard to kill, too.
Yeah, because they discard a card, so it's a 2-for-1 inherently.
Yeah, I think that's all the revealed ones that I think have a lot of potential right now.
Yeah, if I were buying cards, I would buy 4 Reality Smashers, 4.
Oh, but Eldrazi Dispatcher, the white card. They can blink cards for 3 colorless, but it's a 3/3 for 3, which might be good enough.
Yeah.
2 mana, potentially free Eldrazi that becomes bigger just based on playing other Eldrazi. Like, it is a terrifying deck that they're running. With the introduction of the new cards. And do any of the new lands matter for them?
Don't know.
Let's see. We haven't even seen all the cards. Okay, here we go. Corrupted Crossroads. Boom, right there. They can tap, pay life to play any color with the Void. Probably won't play that, actually.
They might, but they probably have better options.
They probably have better options. I don't think they need to play any of those cards.
So they only announced the 2 lands, I noticed. The 2 colorless lands.
The 2? Were you expecting more?
I was actually expecting 4 or 5.
Oh, Variants of Arts.
A Variance of Arts.
We'll probably get more waste when they print a Miracle. In a future set.
When they print in a future set?
A Miracle, you know, the one that was a 15 mana 15/15 that we haven't seen yet. That isn't in the store yet. Because yeah, she'll be in a future set. Hopefully, you know, later on down the road. Alright, but let's start our match. And now talk about that sweet black-white deck that's going to get a really big power boost. The thing I don't like about that deck is after it gets that power boost, it probably doesn't get another one for a very long time.
No, other than switching out, you know, random hate cards, I don't think it really has any game. I mean, a hate card that's in black, it would obviously play if it needed it in the metagame.
Yeah.
So,
is there anything... I don't know why they run the Ceaseless Hunger.
I
guess I can do it over and over.
Well, so the exile 2 target permanents in Modern, if you can play it for a lot cheaper than what you should be paying for it, is probably good enough. Also, it ends games quickly if it lives.
Yeah, and they have the Eye of Ugin to reuse
and isn't it indestructible or something? Yeah, so it's pretty hard to kill. And if you're playing it for cheap, whoa, that's a lot of lands.
But this is very...
That's a very iffy keep.
Yeah.
I think we should mulligan this. It should get better on the mulligan.
That's a keep?
Yeah. It got better, not significantly, though.
Yeah, that's one of the close mulligans for me. The reason I was so willing to mulligan that is because it's a synergy-based set. And I don't think a 1/3 and a 2/2 unblockable.
Well, also, our deck is supposed to be aggressive. Starting with 5 lands seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. Alright, so we can play Plains, Island, Sky Hunter Cub, and then hopefully we draw something that costs 2. We have a lot of 2-drops, by the way.
Yeah, that's another reason not to keep that many lands. What is this?
Scry.
Oh.
Because, you know, it's the new rule. Scry.
Did you put that on top?
I put it on bottom.
Oh, good. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, we don't need a 4th land.
Excellent.
Alright. That's the kind of card we do need. Hopefully it'll draw some equipment. It'd be ideal. Our opponents are with an Ancient Den. That's kind of scary. We don't really have a way to punish them playing artifact lands either.
No, we don't.
But yeah, no, we have a 2/3/4 drop probably. I think that'll be pretty powerful.
We at least have 2/3/3. That's pretty good.
Yeah, let's go to 6. Let our opponent do whatever they need to get done. Oh, the red-white. It's a good color combination. And a gold here. I will block if they attack.
Yeah, that guy's done his thing. What did we reveal?
Plains.
Okay. We didn't need that, so that's good.
It's true. There's only one card in our entire deck that is double plains, and I'm fine drawing it and not being able to play it.
Yeah, we'll eventually get there. I mean, there are, 8 planes in the deck?
Yeah.
7 planes in the deck, because we're at 5. No, there is 8.
Alright, so if we don't draw a creature... Well,
First strike and haste.
sure, whatever.
I mean, that indicates to me
That they're playing the equipment deck.
that they're playing equipment. However, a lot of equipment is in our deck and the deck we just faced. So
There's a lot of equipment around, though.
that's true. And they have an Atala, which also indicates they're playing a lot of equipment. So
I think we play the replica.
just to stop them from playing any good equipment?
Yeah, it'll buy us time.
Okay. And then hit them for 1 in the air?
Sure. And that way, if they can destroy an artifact, they'll destroy our Goblin Replica first. And,
Not our good equipment.
yeah. And assuming we don't draw anything good, they will have 1 turn where we don't have the Goblin Replica up to kill something. At this moment, I would probably kill their Ancient Den.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially if they don't play a land right now. Now, they do have a white source in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's a lot easier to move creatures.
So what we could do is swing the Goblin Replica.
Oh, they're just going to kill it.
I don't blame them. I would kill it too.
I'm happy. I'd rather have the Goblin Replica dead than the Sky Hunter Cub.
And it died to a damage spell, though. I'd rather have it die to just destroy an artifact. But whatever. They played a second Ancient Den.
Yeah. They take it pretty highly. They have a lot of damage represented with Otog.
We really need to draw some creatures.
Yep.
Or one single equipment might do it too.
Well, we can Blinding Beam or Thoughtcast, but the fact that we're having to play defensively really puts us in a rough spot.
Yeah. Now we have a lot of good cards to draw, so...
Our opponent's very aggressive, so...
Also, I mean, we locked down all but the Atog just then.
Yeah.
And actually, the Atog gains +2... Yeah, so we can't block it.
It's fine.
And they're not going to sack anything, so it's just one a turn.
Yeah. Atog is a really good reason to pick up artifact lands, by the way.
That's true. So do we want to play
1, 2, 3,
the
4,
mirror,
5.
or do we want to Thoughtcast?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think we want to Thoughtcast.
I think we want to Thoughtcast too.
We're not doing anything else, but
That's fine.
they're not really doing much either, so...
They're down to their last card.
Alright, so the Slith will immediately get... the Spy will immediately get through.
Yeah, if we draw a land, we'll play these two blue cards. If we don't draw a land, we'll play the Lead and Mirror.
And if we play the Slith and then Blinding Beam, then the Slith will get one bigger and draw a card.
It only taps 2 creatures.
They've been attacking with a Tog every turn.
Yeah, that's if they don't play any creatures. I think they're going to play more creatures.
Ooh.
I don't think the Gauntlets are particularly good unless they have Yote and Grunts.
I mean, they're going to do it one time, right?
That's 3 to equip, so they can equip. I would equip it on my first striker and just keep back a 5/3 first striker.
Oh, so we didn't attack with the 1/1 that last turn. We probably should have.
Yeah.
So let's block with a 1/1 flyer. Let's block the 5/3. Because now it doesn't attack.
Yeah, we want to keep the Sky Hunter covered. It's not a good trade
Definitely.
there.
I think that guy eating 5 damage is good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have attacked with that.
I wouldn't have. It's very aggressive of them.
Now, had we attacked with the familiar, I would have attacked like that.
We can play the Myr and the Cathodian. We could play the Myr and the Slith. And block with the Myr.
I think we need to play the Cathodian and the Mirror.
What does the Cathodian do?
It's a 3/3, so if you block the Atog, they have to sack something to it.
They'll just sack a land.
Oh, that's a good point. I think you should play the Cathodian and the Mirror, and then we'll hit them on the swing back every time.
We'll lose that race. They'll kill us. They have 1, 2, 3.
We don't lose the
4, 5,
race
6.
because we have an entire hand. Oh, let's play the Spy first. Spy's unblockable. It's Spy in the Mirror.
And I think we're trying to stabilize, but alright. Actually,
I think the
I'm going to
Spy.
play the Slith and the Mirror and then attack for 2.
And draw a card?
Oh, we don't draw cards, so yeah, you're right.
Oh,
It just becomes bigger.
Well, actually, we can Blinding Beam next time if you cast the Slip. So that's actually a good plan.
Let's hopefully draw land and then play both of these and then Blinding Beam that
Well, so
turn.
we're trying to stabilize, but they're only doing 1 damage a turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that is the best play. And then the Slip and the Cathodian hopefully next turn.
Oh, we can actually attack for 2.
And we should.
Yeah, we're not blocking with that. Alright. So he should move the gauntlets over here.
Should he?
He should move the gauntlets over here and attack, and then move the gauntlets back over here.
Ah. Is it 3 mana to move the gauntlets?
Yeah.
Alright, so do you block with a 1/1?
Yeah, because it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, right. So we need to Blinding Beam, right? But we need to wait till the Slith is out.
Yeah, we're going to Blinding Beam next turn.
We need to have the Slith out first, I think. That's a weird play.
No, that's what I thought he was going to do. Right, we only have 5 mana.
No, I think we want to put the Slith out.
Okay, if we put the Slith out, then we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11.
Ooh, that's rough.
And we'll just have one more creature out. So we're gonna put anything out. We put the Cathodian out. We swing for 4,
All right, wait.
5, 6, 7.
What about just Blinding Beam now? We can't play anything else.
Yeah, let's play Cathodian.
I think we're going to have to take it at least once.
And then we're gonna take it this turn. We're gonna attack for 4. And then we're gonna take it.
And then we're going to blind it. Well, so we should have played the Slith then because we drew a card.
Well, we wouldn't draw a card.
If it hits, we would draw a card.
No, it's once you're blocked.
Oh, when it becomes blocked. Oh, never mind. I was reading the card wrong the entire time.
Yeah. Alright, so if they have a direct damage spell, we do die.
Oh, because you're going to take it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to kill them on the backswing. Blinding Beam will kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Correct?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I count 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, plus 4. 4. I count Xaxes. I count we're dead, actually.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I count death right now.
Oh, then I should have left white open for Blinding Beam as a misclick. We could have tapped both the creatures.
Did they go to attacks? Oh, they misclicked. They could have killed us. They need the gauntlets to kill us. All they had to do was put the gauntlets on the Atog and kill us.
Yeah.
Well, we got lucky on that one. I wonder if they noticed.
They might have Shrapnel Blast.
I mean, yeah.
This is game 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They seem to be really going for it. Shrapnel Blast wouldn't do it, though, would it? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How do they cast that? Is that a flash spell?
Yeah.
And they attached the thing, they would kill us.
I guess they messed up. Just like we did.
So Crystal Shard. Wait. Let's make sure we don't want to just Blinding Beam. Because if we just Blinding Beam right now.
Just say they don't untap. 1, 2, 3. We hit them for 4.
And then we hit them for. And then we Crystal Shard them next turn. So we just Blinding Beam them right now.
They won't tap out next turn.
They will if they cast a creature. Probably.
No, I'd rather Crystal Shard now.
Crystal Shard now, get the Atog.
It costs 3. They pay 3 to equip, and then they attack us.
Yeah, so we need to Blinding Beam them right now.
Yeah, we do.
What? Tap 2.
No. We'll do it during their upkeep. I almost made a big mistake. At their upkeep, we'll tap all their creatures.
Why is that?
Because then we get an extra untap phase. They lose another untap phase?
Okay, so shouldn't we wait till they begin combat?
Yeah.
Because they'll attack the gauntlets.
Yeah.
And then that creature will never untap.
They'll sacrifice it with a Tog, but yeah.
Well, they won't be untapped that turn. Dang, I wish we could just draw more lands of all things.
Yeah, we discarded that plains. Ironically, it would have been great, but oh well.
No, that was revealed off of, what's this called?
Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, they played a second one.
So they can't... Oh, they can click one of them, right? No, they can't click either one of them.
No, it's just so he can sacrifice 2. He was the guy picking up all the Volshag gauntlets.
Well, Now we know.
Entwine.
Alright, so they don't untap this turn.
Right.
So now we play our 2 slits, right?
Yeah, we attack first. And if they tap out for anything, we can Crystal Shard and pull this from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah. Well, so we've got 3 unblockable damage right now.
Yeah.
And that's if they play another creature.
Well, they can sacrifice their gauntlets to prevent us from being unblockable. But then they don't have creatures.
They
Okay.
can sacrifice the gauntlets to prevent... Oh, okay. But they didn't have creatures. Okay.
Did we see equipment from them? We did. So Rustspore Ram's good.
Yep. Let's see. Do we see a lot of 1 toughness creatures?
Not really.
No. Okay, so we don't need that.
I'm fine taking out this.
What about
Star.
Ostrov? I mean, they were a tacky deck.
It just gains us life.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Barrier. Razor Barrier?
It just gives us protection.
Target permanent you control gains protection, so then it can block for free?
It's alright. All my combat tricks do have power and toughness. I'm going to put in Rustspore Ram to kill one of their equipments.
I mean, that's definite.
We could pull in a null.
I think a null is pretty good here. Do we want to take out the mirror for it? I think flying is really good, so we should keep the hover sail. I think we took out the mirror last time, is the only reason I recommend that.
That's fine.
I mean, their equipment is how they win, so...
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I like that. We are down to 15 creatures, but it's not too few.
That's not terrible. Let's see, did we go... They went first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said oops.
Oops! Windlander.
Mm-hmm.
That is not keepable.
Nope.
Oh, man, that's pretty rough, too, but it's got to,
But on top of my library.
I would have actually shipped it. We want a creature, we don't want that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I am right.
Alright.
Alright. 1 drop. 2 drop. 3 drop.
Did we skip our turn? We have 6th?
How the hell did you manage that?
I have no idea. We're at a huge disadvantage now.
Wow.
Here we are, a complete turn behind. It'll be some sort of Christmas miracle if I manage not to make us lose this game now that we're essentially an entire land behind. Alright, so turn 2, Ledenmer, turn 3, Sith Ascendant, into Nurok Spy. God.
Yep. Man. That was annoying.
Fudgy fingers. Our opponent is a whole land ahead.
The mistakes.
I just like to handicap myself so that, we're
So
playing
it's
a more
interesting?
so it's a fair game. Obviously.
Play the familiar.
Yeah.
We don't need mana.
We just haven't had the ability to hit with this guy. Like, we should be hitting some amount of the time, but we haven't.
No. We're
All
playing
right.
a lot, too.
Turn 3, we'll go ahead and play our Ascendant, and then try to race. We'll play our Ascendant and our Spy. If they don't play something, we can still race.
We could probably win with the Ascendant. If they don't play anything else.
Oh, if they don't have removal. Let's block the Ironmer.
Yeah, I mean, if you block, he'll just sack it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't, you're fine with that. He can't get both, like, back in the day magic, right?
Right. So he gets an extra 2 damage.
Oh, wait, he couldn't get both anyway. Back in the day.
Yeah, you could do combat damage on the stack. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
help,
combat
though.
damage on the stack wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't have helped.
Okay, so that's a really good equipment for him. Is that what I think it is?
Yep.
Wow.
So we can tap to do a damage to any of our stuff,
What?
and he can do 2 damage to any of our stuff.
How does he do 2 damage?
He taps this to give us +1 power, and he taps this in a red to deal power damage to his power.
Oh man, so we're out of this game.
Probably. Oh, yeah, it looks like we would have been out of this game no matter what with him playing that, even if I didn't make the world's biggest mistake. But let's see if we can get our opponent to spend some turns killing Ledmers instead. We're just going to end up down cards, though. This is going to kill one of our cards every turn. Like, there's no catching up.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that.
Just see what he plays.
Yeah, he's winning this game.
Oh, yeah, his deck's great.
I mean, we can play the Rustspore Ram.
There's nothing to even get rid of with it.
That's fine. It's just a 1/3, so it can block for a little while.
They're letting us make a lot of trades that I would not be letting them make. I just would have shot that guy.
Yeah. So the Rustspore Ram's a 1/3. That's all I got.
I'm thinking about just passing and then waiting till we have enough mana to play multiple cards and try to flood out and deal damage.
I think you ought to play the Rustspore Ram.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right. He'll just sack the welding jar.
Well, he doesn't have an equipment.
I mean, it doesn't need equipment to be a 1/3, but if you play anything else, it just dies. But that might stop some attack. It's not.
What attack? Tog?
Yeah, it's not gonna stop that. What did it shoot?
He shot us.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay.
Yeah, shoot target creature play. That's why it's really strong. Alright,
It's
so...
really strong because all the creatures die to it, right?
Oh, yeah. Spike Shot Goblin is one of the best cards in the whole set. I mean, we just don't have a way around it.
We've got a lot of turns, though. So,
Yeah.
we've got more 1/3s.
I think that they're right in being kind of passive. We can bounce something like that. So, them waiting does help them there.
What's that?
It starts as a creature equal to the number of damage dealt to it.
So it's a 3/3?
It's a 1/1. He used the ability too late.
Oh. Alright, so...
Then it gets a... Whenever we're dealt damage, it gets that many 1/1 counters.
Oh, well, we're going to die to that as well.
Now we have a reason to play Rustspore Ram. We can block that. We have to destroy our equipment, though. But we really don't have a choice right now.
Nope. We might pull it out, but we still got another match. So
We do.
we still got another game if we win.
And we go first. And I won't skip our first turn.
Maybe. He might.
I'm like, oh.
Oh, he got those too.
He just played it the turn after a Rustspore Ram came down. Made me sad. Yep, now you can do 3 damage to kill a Rustspore Ram. So as you can see, Spike Shot Goblin stacks up pretty well.
You weren't joking.
Oh yeah, it'll win the game all by itself. Again, if we hit one of our removal spells, we can stop the Goblin, and then we'll be back in the game to some extent.
What removal spell will get him?
What removal spells do we have again? We don't have a rest this game, right?
Nope. We don't have it this game.
So we actually don't have anything.
So this
to kill.
game is over. We're just letting him show us more cards.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he kills us on the next swing, so.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play 2 creatures that he knows about.
I don't think he knows about that one, actually. He knows about the flying one, not that one.
War Elemental is a card I'm not too big on. It's kind of tough to get triple red. And if you're behind, it doesn't do anything. It does grow every turn if you're winning, and it is pretty unstoppable if you're ahead. But
Alright, so we're just hoping for a good hand this time. We've had to mulligan both games, right?
yeah, we were hoping for a solid 7. There's a lot of hands that'll put us,
An equipment, a din guard. That's what I want in my start.
Our opponent seems kind of
lands to play them.
odd about playing their deck. They're making a lot of weird plays. Like, they've made a lot of misplays. I think they could have won 2 turns ago.
Yeah, probably. I really like Raise the Alarm.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd showed him that card before. You probably should just continue. So I guess it didn't matter too much that we skipped an entire turn, but
No, but it could have.
it felt bad.
It definitely could have. There could have been a game where we would have lost because of that. I mean, sure, we're going to lose to Spike Shot Goblin, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. And we do have 1/4s in our deck. We just didn't draw.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Is there anything that helps against that? There's Slagworm Armor, but I don't want to play that. So, no. I'm actually happy we're in this back.
Actually, Slagworm Armor is pretty useful against him.
Why?
Because most of his creatures are on the ground. Right? Most of his creatures couldn't get through it if we put it on any random creature. So it... And we're racing. We're racing in this match. And it's basically a complete stop to his deck.
So what are we taking out for? The Hover Cell?
No, because that lets us push through his deck.
I don't want to take another creature out.
Well, let's take a different equipment out. Well, what's the other one? The Mask of Memory?
Yeah, I like that because it's so cheap to equip.
But we have to get it rolling. I mean...
We have a lot of flyers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to get through with it. We're just flying and unblockability.
Well, what if we took out some card draw?
We could take out the Rustspore Ram.
No, we definitely need both of those
We
because
could take out
Rustspore Ram almost always hits.
We could take out Altar's Light.
Artifact or Enchantment.
That's
what killed us. Well, that's not what killed us.
I didn't see any artifacts that really matter other than their 4/2.
Their equipment matters. What about taking out some draw card spells? Because we'd rather just have our good spells, not have to draw them. Or no, he didn't actually have that many artifacts.
Okay.
I'm very happy about the Null.
We'll
Taking
try
it
this.
out of me.
Let's try it.
Yes, we would like to play first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't draw land, we don't play. But
well, we have 2 drops and lands. Like,
I don't have 6.
Brad's like, don't X6. I think that. Well, no, he went first last turn. I guess he F6'd, and as soon as I thought it was F6ing in his turn, I F6'd our turn. I guess I double tapped F6 then.
Maybe, who knows?
Here we go.
So if we don't draw a land or a 2-drop,
Yeah.
by the 3rd turn,
We're in trouble. That's true, but I mean.
okay, we got the land. We're good to go.
All right, and we're gonna play Nurok Spy because it's unblockable. Actually,
Not unblockable yet. We should play the Cathodian unless he play. Oh, it is unblockable. We should just play the Cathodian unless he plays something good this turn.
I think you're right. I'd also rather him kill the Cathodian than the Crystal Shard.
And then if we draw another land, we can Crystal Shard something. Cathodian's still best.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a tough one.
Slith will work well for us. It'll
Now, if we draw another land, we get to bounce that creature back to his hand.
If he taps out, yeah. The only thing I don't like with the Slith is it's easier to kill with a 2 damage spell.
That's true.
But we attack a couple times and it's just an unstoppable.
Well, and now we can play the Cathodian if we don't play the Shard.
You know, he can trade the Cathodian for his 1/1. So I'm going to play the Yoshin Soldier. Because it blocks this. And he can make that a 3/2. And I don't want to trade my Cathodian.
I agree.
Buy us some time. He's got 2 tooths.
How did he get 2 tooths?
He drafted them. I'm not too fit.
Aren't they cost 3 mana apiece?
Yeah, they have affinity.
They have affinity. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So 2 tooths mean.
I play Cathodian and trade.
Yep. And hit him with a slith.
Yep. Yep, we just hit him with a slith until he does something to stop us from hitting with the slith. We are way behind. He does have us at 6-14.
Well, so we can play that mirror and just jump block.
Yeah, we're going to trade here, and then he'll play something else, and we'll block. And having 2 tooths and a scimitar does mean a lot, but it also means he probably doesn't have that many creatures.
And keep in mind, if he ever taps out, we could theoretically draw a mana and crystal shard him.
Yeah, and he probably has to, because he doesn't have lands. So when he plays a guy and equips it, yeah, that's fine.
Hope we draw a land.
That's fine. I don't need mana.
Alright. Hope we draw a land. Wow.
Well, yeah, went for the quit.
Come on, land. Use it.
Yeah. This will set our opponent very far back. They can't pay anything. It goes back to their hand.
We hit them for 2. Don't click through the combat.
Alright. So then we have 3 mana available to use. So then we'll probably play our...
Oh, well, he just want to equip this time.
If he doesn't leave 2 mana up, then we can do it on his turn and our turn. You only have 1 turn to make this bigger, and this will be a 4/4.
Oh, we won't get to. Right?
This will be a 4/4.
Why don't we just exile the scimitar?
Yeah. I'm going to exile the tooth, actually.
Oh, he's getting another land, too.
So now I'm going to have to do the scimitar.
Well, let's see if we got another play.
Let's attack first.
Definitely attack first.
Because if he messes this up, we won't have to do anything.
How does he mess this up? He can't tap it. It's still 76.
Oh.
Alright, so it's a 4/4 now. And so on his turn, he kills it, right?
He can't. We get rid of the tooth. Now.
You get rid of the tooth or the scimitar?
I get rid of the tooth now because it's a reusable effect. And the scimitar he has to equip.
The scimitar also gains toughness, but I don't think that matters.
This costs a mana, and the crystal shard is better when it costs mana.
Okay, so light to the tooth.
Alright, then we're going to take... Yeah.
Alright, so we played
What?
the... We played the Vigilance guy after this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why he's wasting time doing that.
He just likes tapping things. So that's 3. So he can hit us for 5. If I was him, I'd just try to shoot us multiple times. I think he can actually kill us. I think he can shoot us down and attack us down faster than we can kill him.
Let's see, what do we do next turn? We play the 1/4, and then he can't attack with the 2/2. And then we play the spy and attack freely.
He can kill the spy.
Oh, that's a good point. Alright, be sure you make him spend the mana.
I'm going to.
You built a really impressive deck.
They're not playing it as well as, I'd hoped.
But they built it.
It's true.
Okay, so we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we don't have enough for that. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
just
5.
play the soldier.
Well, then he can kill our soldier. Do we want to play the Iron Mirror?
How does he kill our soldier?
He shoots it.
No, because
And
that's
block.
only 3.
4, 5. So we
good
can
point.
play the Iron Mirror.
Which he will shoot.
That's fine.
Okay, why don't we play the Slagworm armor?
For 1 and the Mirror. That was my plan. That's total.
We still can't click though.
No, that's fine.
Okay. What we're eventually trying to get to is clicking the Slagworm armor though.
Yes.
Okay, so just attacking for 4.
Yeah.
I think we're still racing him.
Yes. We just need something to swing it on our favor.
And we're locking one of our mana down to lock one of his mana down. So, meh.
But we get to choose when we lock the mana.
Yeah, that's true.
We can unlock the mana at any time we want.
We probably should have went ahead and played the soldier and the Slagworm and then equipped the soldier.
I'm hoping to draw land next turn so I can equip the soldier.
Okay. I think the better play would just be to play the soldier, not block with it. Right?
If he has any more damage.
Oh, actually, you can use the mirror to do that if he shoots us instead of the...
Yeah.
Which he probably will.
3, 4, 5.
Now, if we draw that one golem that sacks to destroy artifact, we'll take care of that tooth. That's about all we got.
So we block here?
No, don't block, because 6 mana means we can play and click the soldier.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. We'll be dead in 2 turns. Which is fine, because we race that.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Well, not to mention, then we still have the mirror later. If we need him, he still has to shoot the mirror.
No, he can just shoot us.
He can shoot us, but we can use the mirror to block other things. Alright, so make him pay the 1, I suppose?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got it anyway.
It's fine, it loses another blocker. Alright, now do we want to equip to the...
No, we want to equip to the soldier. Actually, yeah, we want to equip to the soldier.
Okay, do we want to tap the mirror to do that?
No. Just in case, no. This is intense.
Well, we die in 2 turns. He does 3 and 3.
Well, he dies in what, 4 turns? So, that's not very good, but we might draw something, I guess. He actually dies in 3 turns, right?
Yeah.
No, he does 2.
3.
Now it's already tapped, so he does 2 at the end of this turn.
Yes.
And then 3 and 3.
Right, so we're dead next turn.
No.
Not
Dead
this
the turn
turn.
after that.
Yeah, we have 1 turn.
We have 1 turn, yes. Is there anything we can draw to gain us life?
I don't know.
I don't think there is. Is there anything we can draw to get us out of this?
I don't know.
We could draw the card that taps him down permanently.
Yeah, we could draw that. Or we could draw Luxon Warhammer.
Oh, Luxon Warhammer would also do it.
Yeah. Gaining...
So we've got 2 outs in 26 cards.
So 113.
Alright.
Don't mind those odds.
Come on. Luxon Warhammer. Or the tap down spell. Either one. Come on.
Okay.
So we're just dead, right?
Maybe. Depends on our opponent does anything.
Well, swing with the vigilance, right?
Swing with them all. See what he blocks.
No, don't swing with them all.
He'll just shoot us twice. Swing with them all. See what he blocks. Like, what's the disadvantage to not swinging with the maul if he's going to shoot us and then shoot us?
You may not see it.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't see it, doesn't shoot us, then we can just attack him for 7 in the air.
All right, real quick, F6 in case he's not paying attention.
F3?
No, F6, so it blows through the rest of our turn in case he's not paying attention.
Oh.
No, he's paying attention. That's not gonna work. Oh well.
It was close.
We got 50 points or something, so we'll get another free game
Yeah.
because of what we already have. I would like to do this again tomorrow.
We can make it happen. It was close. That last game we had, let's see, 1. The Mirrodin wouldn't work. 1, 2, 3. I think we just had 3 outs.
What was the third one?
Drawing cards into drawing another one.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, drawing. We only had 2 real outs.
Yeah, we only had 2 outs, but we had the opportunity for other stuff.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for this short little one. Mobius Pick Out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See